Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in May 2nd. Today is Thursday, and today's thumbnail is Bitcoin going as expected and panic sell coming. So the monthly candle now finished about minus 16% in April, and in yesterday it dropped more than 5% and started a slight rebound today. So if you look at the daily chart of Bitcoin, which I kept updated from March. So I told you that this area, this 59.2K, was a very strong support line, and it eventually broke down here, and we might need to prepare prices under these area. But it will be a chance to us to get a Bitcoin in cheaper price, but nobody knows it will actually reach down there. And in order to make a bigger increase, we need a bigger decrease, definitely. But I think for the normal investors, increasing right now would be good to them. And this is a Bitcoin's premium chart in today 11 a.m. So right here on the laser pointer right here, when we got an S3 in April 30th, we had an continuing decrease, and now you can see that it is touching the Goya line right now numerous times. And this area right here, you can see that 56.5K, they have created some kind of support line right down there. So I wish Bitcoin gets supported from this area and go above the Goya line. So this week would be a very important week. And this is a dominance chart for today's morning. And you can see that here, the Bitcoin dominance fell a lot, and also Ethereum fell a lot. Altcoins increased a little bit, but started to fall again. And you can notice that the Tether dominance for 3 days, it increased dramatically. So if it goes up, we could have a more fear in the market. So I think that this atmosphere fear will continue until the mid of the May. And we might have another decrease. So I suggest you guys to always prepare. And the fear and greedy chart, it was greedy all over the time. So for several months, it was greedy, and now it turned to the neutral. So this is a very scary time for the investors. And this is a Goya Dominance 1 chart, and you can see that it dropped all the way down to almost minus 30 points. And we had a rebound all the way to the 15, but I think it's not a definite rebound time in the morning. And right now, this is a liquidation heat map for the last 24 hours, and we have a total $365 million, and that is a relatively a lot comparing to recent days, because we had $100 million recently, but it went over 365. So unexpected decrease made a lot of positions liquidated, and you can see that the long position was liquidated a lot, and it's almost doubled, 2.5 times more. The long positions were liquidated. So I think those are the traders who think that it is the time to increase since it fell this much. And in recent 4 hours in 11 a.m., it also dropped, and you can see that everything is covered with green, and the ratio is almost 8 times more. So I think just believing that it is a time to rebound is a very dangerous thought, and I suggest you guys to watch the market. And now this is a liquidation heat map for the Bitcoin, and you can see that there are assets all over the place, about 55.8k. And up there we have an assets right here at it is 59k. And in order to reach that 59k, we need to break through this part, which is 57, this part, 57.8k, yeah, around there. We need to break through that line in order to reach this 59k. And I think that it is highly likely to go down since there are way more assets lying down there. So it is a quite dangerous time. And Ethereum also dropped with Bitcoin, and now it was moving in sideways. So down here it will be 2.853k, and up here at 3.01k. So there are assets lying there. So I think Ethereum will definitely follow Bitcoin's movement. So focus on the Bitcoin first and then take a respond. And we had a news about the FOMC and the interest rate. So now they will freeze the interest rate again. And the economy seems like it is quite nice. So I saw a article that mentioning about the tapering, so which means that the government will, how do I say, to use more money. So the government is trying to cut the interest rate, but that is not happening that well right now. So I think we need to check for the future. And tonight we also have the jobless claims. So I think that will not impact the market that much, but it might give a volatility to the market by how they understand it. So prepare for that too. And the overall news was about the FOMC's interest rate decision and the worry about the new investors. So new Bitcoin holders panic sell, short-term holders lose 3.31 million Bitcoin. So I think the investors new to the market, when people were saying that the Bitcoin was going all the way up, I think they are having a trouble right now. And the US Federal Reserve freezes interest rate at 5.25 to 5.5% for the sixth consecutive time. Inflation is still high, so people worried a lot about the hawkishness by the Powell, but he didn't actually say that hawkish speech, but people are understanding it as a hawkish speech. So always watch out for the volatility. And this is a RSI heat map for today, and if you look at here, you can notice that a lot of coins entered the oversold and the weak area, but right now it had a rebound, so it slightly went up, but I think that is not referring a rebound market until right now. So we are having a slight rebound, and I'm wondering if this atmosphere will continue or this is just a lure to the new investors. And I still think it is a luring to the new investors. So let's have a look at the premium chart from now. So the current dominance in 5 p.m. standard, it's 16 points. So after reaching this 26 points, minus 26 points, it rebounded and it is maintaining around to 10 to 20. So now it seems like it started to move in sideways. So right here, we had a significant increase with a rocket signal, but got also another downward rocket. So the Goya line was smoothing and the candles are moving in the sideways. So right now we met the Goya line. So it is still keep touching it. It touched 3 times. So this is a very important time, whether it climb up the Goya line or just stay at there, get resisted by the Goya line. So the support line will be here, this down peak, 56.625K. And if it broke that area, so it will definitely go down, and which I've shown you in the liquidation heat map right here. These areas, so it will probably go under 56K, so around 55K. So always prepare for the sudden fall to liquidate them. And the resist line is here when it had an upward rocket signal, 59. And in order to reach there, I told you that we need to go over 57.8K, but it did. So I probably think that it will go all the way up here and then move in sideways again. That's my personal opinion. And let's have a look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum also started to move in sideways, so it climbed up the Goya line, but failed eventually. But we still have a Goya RSI signal, and it's moving around the Goya line. So if it gets well supported, and if we have another L signal come up here, then it will probably try to go all the way back up, but not rapidly, just in slowly. So the support line here is here. First one is 2.85, and if it breaks down there, it will reach this tail over here. It's 2.881, and if that line also breaks, it will go all the way down to the 2.7K. And the resist line is similar right here, this top peak, and over here. So it's around 3.0K. So I hope you guys keep aware. And Ripple recovered quite fast. So when this place is when Bitcoin had a sudden decrease, constant decrease, but now it crawled up with Bitcoin, and now it was moving in sideways. So it is being supported by the Goya line according to the current chart, but still we have an S signal, so focus on whether it touches the Goya line and get supported again or not. That is a important thing for you guys to watch. And Ripple is showing a quite good move right now, so I think maybe Ripple's time is coming. So if you press SR, this down here, the 0.48 will be a first support. And right all the way down here, the long tail part, 0.47, is acting as a second and third support line. And the resist line is here when it got a big drop with Bitcoin, 0.52K, not K, sorry, 0.52. So if it breaks through there, then it will reach all the way back up here. So Ripple is showing a very good atmosphere right now. And finally, Dogecoin. So Doji now settled down. It's taking its breath together with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it is moving in sideways. So climbed up, down. So it's moving just around the Goya line. So still got L signal remaining, and additional L signal at the candle would definitely boost up these kind of coins. So when it increased back up with Bitcoin, 0.132 is acting as a first resist and second at over here. And the important thing is support line. So the support line is 0.12. So the all 6 now gathered in here. So this means that this is the lowest point in the whole month. So if this line breaks, it might fall all the way down to the 0.10 or something, but we cannot expect that from right now. So Doji is having a hard time, but maybe this would be a good chance for you guys to gather some Doji coin just like Ripple. So this is a very volatile week. This was a very volatile week. And the good news is such as Hong Kong ETFs didn't affect the market that much. So we were having a hard time in the crypto market, but with the Goya Premium chart, you can notice these changes in the market earlier than others. So I hope you guys to use the Goya Premium chart well in order to prevent losing. So thank you for listening and have a safe trade always. Bye.